3, 2, 1, action! Yeah. There's a message that needs to be heard about God who came down to earth for you, for me. I can't stop to tell what He has done for me. Talk about it, talk about it, talk about it, talk about it, talk about it. Let the world hear our voice. We've got a story that is worth our joy. Tell your friends about the good news. You no longer have the chains to hold you. Talk about it, talk about it, talk about it, talk about it, talk about it.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to
Talk About It.
Let's go. Another episode, and I have a guest here. We have Alysha Wilson on the podcast today, and I'm also your host, Amber McLachik. This is Talk About It. This is my podcast where we talk about everything about Jesus and also what He's been doing in our lives. And in this episode, we're actually going to be learning about what Alysha does with our church and being the cyber ministry and what that looks like of leading the cyber ministry. And you have been actually doing an amazing job. You've been everywhere all at once. Like I see you nonstop. Yeah, you're like, okay, you got to take care of the mics. You got to take care of the pictures, making everything look so nice and perfect. Yes. And so honestly, like we need that. And Alysha here she loves books. She loves anime.
Yes.
And Harry Potter. And she also does graphic design. You do graphic design on the side, or is that your job?
I do it on the side. So I do freelance graphic design for small businesses or people who are self-employed that need it. So logos, websites, and I even do some customization.
Wow.
So like people who do event planning that might need like customized plates or anything like that, or if they're hosting like funeral, I do brochures, all of those different things.
Even weddings?
Yeah, I've
My
done some
sister's
weddings,
having a wedding,
invitations
so I might
too.
come to you.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
That's great. I know that I took some graphic design classes, and I'm like, this is like skilled, like top tier things that people actually need to do. And I was like, okay, not my expertise, but that's awesome that you do that actually on the side. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're serving in that way.
Yeah. Not my 9 to 5, but it is definitely fulfilling.
Yeah, I bet. Because then other people are like, thank you. One less thing I don't have to worry about.
True.
Especially the logos and stuff. Oof. But yes, and then you also have been in Milwaukee area for majority of your life? Or?
I've been in Milwaukee since 2009. So I was actually born in South Carolina.
Wow.
Yes.
I know this is like probably like the 5th time you told me, but
no, it's fine.
It's like, huh?
Sometimes my accent comes out. It's here, touch of base. It really is. But I was born in South Carolina. Then around after I graduated 5th grade, my sister got guardianship over me. We had some family things, but she had married somebody from Chicago, and so she had moved up here after her wedding, and they sent me here. So I stayed in Chicago for middle school and high school, and then I was actually just trying to figure out what I wanted to do for college because I wanted to go into art. But there was a lot of family drama because my sister is a PA and one of my aunts was a nurse. And so they're like, go into the medical field, do that. So I was like, no, I want to be an artist.
Right.
I want to do what I want to do. I'm going to be like the next Van Gogh, sort of.
Goodness, come on.
Or like work in Wizard or like a gaming industry.
That'd be so cool.
I really wanted to, yeah.
I'd be playing those games. Hey, I can't, there's some games I will play, like Minecraft was my biggest thing
because of the building.
Yes. Yeah. And then I would be like going to bed, and then I would do building in my dream. I'm like, this is how you know it's an idol. I cannot be playing.
Right. It takes her all your life.
Exactly.
I have to be very careful with gaming too because I love to game, but
That's another thing
specific
that,
ones.
yeah, Alysha likes gaming.
I do, but I'm very particular about my games
okay.
too, because I don't like playing in groups. So if it's
Mm.
something that's more adventure and story based, like Zelda, I'll do
Yeah.
it. But if I have to, the moment they ask me to join a guild, a clan, or anything that causes me to have responsibility
Yeah.
and show up, I'm like, nah, I can't. I'm more of a
You're
casual
hearing
gamer.
this, y'all, okay? If you want to play with Alysha
Don't.
on any of the games, yeah.
Unless you're playing versus, because then I'll do like Smash Bros or something like that.
Oh,
But
okay. Yes, I
yeah.
know Smash Bros.
Mhm.
I got upset with that one. I kept on dying.
Yeah, I ran
I'm
off the
like,
platform
yeah.
all the time.
I'm like, luckily this is not in real life, because I'm like, I want to drive.
Yeah, it doesn't equate. Driving simulations does not equate to real life. Thank God. Thank God. Oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
But
But
yeah.
yeah, it's back on time.
Right.
Yeah, that's a side note. But yes, with this like social media in general, I was actually looking up like the pros and cons that we have
Yeah.
on like this media in general. And so pros that we have is that we have global outreach. And I know for us, we have a church. It's called a sister church, but it's actually like very like it's overseas. So we're global. We're a global church, and so we have a church in Tbilisi, Georgia, and that's in Asia. And they get to see what we're posting, and it's so cool because I'm like, wow, they can keep up with us of like knowing what we're doing here. And they're like, yes, it's so faith building. And I'm like, that's another way too that we can evangelize and just share God's gospel in that way. And people get to also just know who we are as a church, and hearing God's word, and along with even hearing our what is it, like our church services as well.
Yeah.
And just being awareness and educated too, educated about God's word. And some cons is the comparison and envy with maybe other people that we just see on social media.
Yeah.
I know, like for me, I definitely get that way with the podcast. I'm like, oh, they know how to talk better than me, and it's like, no. Okay, I gotta be like a Moses in this area, because Moses is like, I have a speech impairment, and don't send me. And it's just like, I know what you're talking about. And then also this maybe shallow spiritually, where they're just like thinking, oh, well, what they're saying is not biblically accurate. But then it's like, have you actually looked at the Bible? And so that can also give like an area too, where it's like, oh, an aha moment, or even people wanting to go deeper into the word. And then I know there's cyberbullying. I remember actually hearing a lot about this when I was younger. I think it has gotten more of a problem with cyberbullying in general, just because we're always able to go on social media and have access to our phones like at the tips of our fingers. And so that can be definitely a con to that. And this having balance and wisdom in general.
Yeah, I can definitely agree. I mean, if we look at social media today, it encompasses so much. I mean, a great benefit is the connection to people, but also the great con is the connection to people, right? Because yes, you're building like a virtual community with these people, but there's so many things that can go wrong. And because you're hiding behind a screen, that filter is gone. I mean, like not the filter on your face that you put, but the filter of your opinions and things, and just the lack of sensitivity to some topics can really cause a lot of issues. Because I mean, yes, in America we do have free speech and everything, but it's still like everything's possible and doable, but is everything permissible or something you should be doing, right? And just having a sense of what's the word I'm trying to say? Almost a sense of just courtesy. In a way. So I mean, social media can be a great ministry tool and everything. But yeah, with just a sense of sharing Christianity, and there's different opinions about it, different things or parts of it people pick and choose to believe in, and not the whole picture. People can really be led astray, especially if they're not doing their own research and jumping into the Bible. And then all of a sudden you got like Protestants and Baptists and evangelists and like all of these different ones, but at the end of the day, it's just one Bible, one truth.
Yes.
And it's really trying to filter through all of that like you do in the algorithm, and really finding out what God is and understanding what that is through social media and those messages that people pick out during those.
Right. That's so true. Yeah. And just finding out too, like you said, truth is big, because we can have our own interpretations with things, but it's like, what does the Bible say?
Yep.
And speaking of the Bible, I want to actually kick us off with a scripture.
Ooh,
I know we're going to be doing a lot of talking on this episode, which I'm really excited about. But let's go to 1 Peter. So 1 Peter 4:10. And I think that Alysha really embodies this scripture, I know. And so it says, each of you should use whatever gift you have received to serve others as faithful stewards of God's grace in its various forms. And so you use the cyber ministry to literally do like your gifts. Your gift is creativity. Creativity, whether through pictures, things that we just post, and even in our flyers. You have like awesome creativity. I just saw the Women's Day Out post, and I was like, wow, this is very colorful, and I'm excited. It makes me excited to go on Sunday to the sip and paint that we have. And it's not like, any alcohol, it's mocktails, and I'm just excited in general for that. But when it comes to just the cyber ministry and you leading it, like you really take that full force, and they gave you that role, and you're like, I'm going to put my heart into everything, and you really do to make it excellent. So thank you so much for doing that. I know that sometimes we don't thank you enough, but I thank you for doing that, because honestly, like, it helps other people know who we are as a church, and also know you as well, your creativityness, and just wanting your eagerness for that. So thank you. So to start things off with just knowing about cyber in general, I want to know like your testimony, if that's okay.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, like to keep it kind of short, but just to know who you are.
Yeah, I can give you the TED Talk notes for it.
Yeah, TED Talk.
So I guess for me, I had grew up in a church. Like, my mom was very religious. Like, we went on Sunday because they were a Southern Baptist. We were in South Carolina. Then when I moved to Chicago and everything, my sister's husband was a pastor. So I was already just like helping build youth ministries, participating in leadership, because I had to be his secretary and learning like all of that. So I always had a sense of just kind of what God was and what he kind of wanted us to do, but I didn't really have a full relationship with him. So I was like, because we would only do things on Sunday, and I always thought like, oh, Sunday, it's Sunday. But during the week, it was just like a whole other story. Like, there was no God, there was nothing I was really doing. Like, we were told to read the Bible, and I would read it, but it wasn't like something that I fulfilled. It was like, yeah, be a good person, respect your elders, help people, be nice, but that isn't truly what's going to define someone's relationship with God. So fast forward, I come to Wisconsin, go to Marquette for school, ended up at university for a while. Shout out to university, that helps.
I did not know this. I actually did too. Yeah,
it kept me faithful while I was in school, because I just needed a sense of like just some type of community. But then when I graduated, you become an adult, you're kind of on your own. And so I jumped around a lot. And I ended up joining a church, and I was in AB because this kind of connects. Like, I've always done something in tech. Like, when I was younger, I would set up people's surround sound system, cable, internet, fixing things. People always want tech issues. So then as I got older and then I graduated, I realized I'm not a singer. I'm not a person who's in front of the camera if I can help it. I was just like,
I will videotape you, but I won't.
I was like, what can I do, God? What can I really do to help you.
Wow.
Because I get social anxiety, and being in front of people was like not a thing.
Wow.
And especially because your worship with God is you and God, it's not you and people. But I was so focused on people.
Wow.
That it just
good.
wasn't benefiting.
Yeah.
So that's how I kind of fell into AV audio visual at 1st. And I would handle a lot of that churches. They were very big on church notes. So the pastor would send me notes, and I would have to really type them up and project them on the board to make sure. And then when they did songs, I would actually do the captions so people could sing along on the projection.
Yeah.
And sound effects for like prayer, like thunder and lightning, like things like that to kind of enhance the service. So I was in that church for a while, and then my grandmother died, some things happened, and I just kind of fell from the church. I took a step back out of ministry. And I was working in Office Depot. Go figure. I also like stationery, because the artist in me, and I love a good pen. And I ended up running into Barb at the time, who was leading the church.
Yeah.
And I had got a lot of people asking me about my cyber talents. A lot of people from different churches, because I would work cashier, I would do print shop at Office Depot, but no one really asked me about my relationship with God.
Wow.
It was always, you have a talent, you can do this, we need this talent. Not, you're not in church right now, you're not doing quiet times. How is your relationship with God?
Yeah.
So those are two different things. Right. And so I felt more so like they wanted my talent, but not to really help edify my soul. So I met Barb, and she asked me if I was interested, and I was very jaded.
Oh.
And I was just like, I'm trying to leave Wisconsin. I don't like it here. I want to go to Pixar. So I'm trying to go to Austin, Texas. I had a job lined up. I was going to go out there, start a company, because I do own, it's not active anymore, but at the time I had owned an anime store, and I did a lot of the production products, t-shirts and stuff for that. So I was just going to go move to Austin and work on that and try to gain experience so that I can go and apply to like Wizard or Pixar or something like that. So when Barb shared, I was just like, no, I'm good, but thank you. And fast forward a year later, a lot of things happened in my life. I became homeless. I was like injured at work. I had fell downstairs. I got injured, caught really bad COVID. Just like all of these things had happened, and it just piled up. And I started spiraling into depression, and I was just like, what am I here for? Why am I going to live? I'm just going to drive off this bridge and just call it a day. And it was one of my really, really dark days. And I was sitting at the PT, sitting in the parking lot in pain, so much pain, and just lost. And she called me.
Barb called you.
She called me again a year later.
Wow.
And she was like, hey, I was just thinking about you, praying for you. And I just wanted to know how you're doing. Would you like to pray?
You were about to like do this?
That day I probably wouldn't have came back.
Wow.
And she called.
Look at God go.
Right. God had a plan. She had a plan for me not to leave Wisconsin. had a plan for Barb that day to come, and I gave her my number.
Yeah.
All the way for that time a year later, for her to really save me at that time, for him to save me through her at that time. And I had been praying like, God, I needed some direction, some guidance, something, because if I don't get it, we ain't seeing tomorrow. I'm just tired. And she called. She asked me if I really wanted to study the Bible and build my relationship stronger, because I really wasn't hearing him anymore. I felt very distant and disconnected. And that happens a lot when you're living in a world in darkness. You're disconnected from God. And I particularly felt it really badly.
Yeah.
And I said, yeah. And of course, it was COVID and cyber. So I had done a lot of my studies virtually, actually, and that's one of the ways cyber has really impacted me.
Let's go.
Is because I had the ability to talk to it virtually, meet people through Zoom. We learned a lot about Zoom culture, and I ended up studying. I think it took like 1 or 2 months or so. And then, I really had to stop and think about my relationship with God. Because still, even through all of that, I still considered myself a Christian.
Yeah.
But really understanding what the Bible said and what God really wants from us, I wasn't. And then I was just like, well, Dad, this is I've been a disciple 5 years. So at the time, I think I was like 30, 29, 30. I was like, okay, 29 years of my life, I've been thinking that I would be good.
Yeah, right.
I'm gonna go to heaven, and I'm not. That's
Mm.
first of
I
all,
know,
what
right?
in the
Honestly,
world?
like, it's eye-opening, and you're just like, huh?
Right. I was so mad. I was angry.
Oh my goodness.
But then I was also thankful because all of that led up to who I am today.
Yeah.
And like what I do, and God knew, like, if she didn't reach out
Mm.
and I passed, I wasn't going, and He didn't
Wow.
want that for me.
Yeah,
He wanted
right.
me to see
Let's
me
go, God.
in heaven.
Mm-hmm.
So then I was baptized, and 5 years later, now I'll be 5 in September. Here I am.
Wow, let's go.
And even
September what though?
church anniversary, actually.
It
I was
is?
baptized on that. So it's September 16th.
Okay, 16th. Oh.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do though. I might just go out in the woods and be a hermit for like a day. I don't know. But even in all of that, when I joined the church and really started understanding what worship was, it's still like okay, what can I do to build my relationship with Christ?
Right.
I still don't like being on stage or
Really?
singing.
That surprises
I'll
me
do-
though, because even when you speak, I was
yeah.
like, wow, she speaks with boldness and confidence.
That's totally different. my bachelor's was in communications.
Okay.
That don't mean I like it or that I'm confident in it. I'll do what I need to do.
Yeah.
And when I have a story or a lesson to teach, my mind isn't on how I look or what I'm saying. It's on the message and making sure it hits the heart.
Yeah.
So I can kind of ignore it. But singing and performing,
yeah, no,
nah,
it's a no-go.
It's a no-go.
Okay.
And just looking at all of the different things the church offered, I said, where's my talent?
Yep.
And how can I use that? And cyber,
yeah,
kind of came along, and I started observing what that meant. What did it encompass? What does it do? And I decided, like, yeah, like my form of worship, something that I can give to God is my talent in those things. And so that's what I want to do to show my worship, my appreciation to God. Because singing is playing an instrument, even though I play the flute and stuff, doing it in front of people, if I ain't in a group.
Yeah. I know, it's kind of like nerve-wracking.
It is. High blood pressure, sweats, shaking, like freaking out, nausea. Like, it's a whole thing.
So you're just like, I'll just stay with this.
If I can be behind a camera, if I can sit here and do a post and still be able to express myself that way with God and my love for Him, then that would be the best.
Okay, let's go though. That's a really good like story that leads up to where you are now. I didn't like, that's crazy, like how like God just intervened like that. But it's like, it's so much needed because like you're here now, you know. And if Barb didn't, you know, share, like, I don't even want to know what that would have looked like. That's scary to like think about.
Yeah.
But then it's like how you then changed your focus to be like, how can I serve God in this way? That's huge. And I know I have some questions.
Yeah, sure.
So what does a typical day look like then for you in the cyber ministry? Yeah, because you're doing all these different components. So correct me if I'm wrong, but you do the video recording, and then you edit that, and then you also have to upload it all on the same day.
Yep.
So all of a Sunday, you're just busy.
Yeah.
Wow.
So there are different levels to it. Like, not every single one of my day is like that, right? As a cyber leader, there's a little bit more responsibility versus someone who isn't a cyber leader, right? So one is my ministry. I'm very passionate about it because this is what I do to help God.
Yeah.
So of course I'm going to put more into it than someone who might have a secondary ministry or someone who's just now learning what exactly their purpose is in their worship, and a little bit of work ethic as well, right? So for me, every day in the morning, right after quiet time, I'm on our platforms. I'm checking to see if someone's messaged the page, if there's any comments that I have to filter in because of bullying and persecution, or people sharing things that they really shouldn't be sharing in a comment that might need to be addressed or blocked. So that's one of the things I check every single day.
Wow.
Yep. And then I do get notifications like every 3 hours or so
Oh.
about our website, because
Yeah.
cyber attacks are real.
Mm-hmm.
So another aspect outside of just like the flower and glitz is a lot of it is tech and security.
Yeah.
And so just making sure that like our website, our social medias haven't been hacked,
Mm-hmm.
haven't been like destroyed some type of way,
Right.
and just making sure that we stay tight with it, and any notifications or updates that need to happen,
Mm-hmm.
I'm paying attention to see what that is.
Yeah.
So that's just like probably in the morning before I go to my regular 9 to 5.
Mm-hmm.
And then during the day, I get messages or notes from people. I have to remember like, hey, I'm a leader in the ministry above all, so I got to make sure like the things that are set out, the tasks, that
Mm-hmm.
people are remembering to do them.
Yeah.
That they are understanding what it is, checking up on people, how are they doing with it, making sure the things that we need to be successful for God,
Mm-hmm.
it's being fulfilled through the day.
Yeah.
So throughout the day, I'm checking those different things, going through a list to make sure stuff is moving in the right direction, and just making sure we're covering all the bases so that we're fully prepared not only for Sunday, but for
Mm-hmm.
the week, and that people are being seen.
Yeah.
Do I do it
Wow.
well all the time?
Yeah.
No, I still overlook posts and things.
I was like, you're good at time management, girl.
But I still fall short at times, and I have to go back and like relook
Yeah.
at stuff. But yeah, that's like my typical day, and then I'll get a message from like one of the leaders or something asking
Yeah.
for something in particular that I need to then go and redirect real quick, and fix, or log into a Zoom and hit record for somebody, or making sure we have storage for like something real quick.
The storage is huge.
Yes. And so that's a typical week, but on a Sunday, like not only am I preparing myself for church and worship, and making sure like everything has been charged, the equipment, the camera, making sure I'm seeing who's in a good mental state to help support, and how are they doing emotionally, how are they doing spiritually, can they handle what's about to happen for this Sunday? If not, do we have a backup plan for it?
Right.
If we don't, I'm gonna have to do it myself. So that because we still have to run for God. That God will always require us to continue helping and worshiping. And just like, if you think about it, the wall of Jericho coming down, right? There was no pause in that. Or when Moses had to hold a staff up, of course he got tired and stuff and was ready to quit.
So who's gonna hold you up, you know?
He had support to hold him up. So I'm like that bad person, like, I'm also kind of like Moses. But when other people take those positions, I'm also there to help support and raise up those arms as well, to make sure that there's a constant fulfillment, a constant guarding of the church, but God's word, and sharing it. So those are things like I have to prepare for Sunday, even before coming to camp, coming to wherever we have the service, and then making sure that we have a great charge, and talking with my co-leader and really understanding where his heart is, and how can I help support him, and just understanding what his vision is for that day, then making sure people also understand what the vision is for today. And then of course giving direction, and then service starts. And
it's
then,
like they're back to back.
And then service starts. So like just making sure, because at the end of the day, like a recording is a recording, but that recording is shared worldwide. So if somebody's not there on a Sunday that wants to hear a message, they have to be able to hear it. If it's not there, then they just miss the message God had for them. Right? So that's something I have to keep in mind when I ask for photos, or I'm asking for posts, or I'm doing post-production, making sure like this isn't for me and my time management. This is because someone out there is going to need this and need it as soon as possible. Because there's another me sitting somewhere ready to jump. And this could help them. And so then Sundays, I try my best. Sometimes it's like Monday or Tuesday, but I'll go through and clean up the videos, do a YouTube thumbnail, and then I'll try to go through production for it, and I'll try my best to post it before the end of the week.
And
Sometimes I get
you're
behind,
really good at that though, because I know that for instance, when I had surgery on my back because they found a cyst, like I literally had to do the same thing. I had to go onto the YouTube videos that you posted. And so I'm like, wow, that was really fast, because you would text me and be like, yep, I'm working on it. And then it'd be like I did have to wait another, like the next day, but I was like, that's to be assume too, because I'm like, yeah, there's a lot of things at play. And I was like, still, you're very fast at that. I was like, okay, thank you for that. And then so I can just see like the impact that you also have too, like on the church, and also just like the impact too that has in your life, because it's like you're, like you said, you're there like in different roles. And so with that, like, how do you have to like prepare to have like, you know, that time with just God? Like, how do you just like knock out all of that distraction? Because yes, you have a lot of people that need you, and I get that, but like, how do you just like, okay, how do I spend this time now with like God so that he can give me clarity on what he needs from me for today?
Yeah, so I am very, well, people will say it. I say it sometimes. I can be very organized, right? So but this also helps a lot with my anxiety and just my own upbringing. I've had to have like stability and structure.
Yeah.
And so I have alarms and a planner, but not just any planner. It's almost like an appointment book.
Oh.
So it actually breaks down time by like every 30 minutes. And so I plan it out every single day, except for Saturday. Saturday, I have a sleeping day, but my sleeping is like 7 for me. 7 o'clock is sleeping in for me, unless I'm like sick.
I was like that. I'm like, that's really early, but okay.
Yeah, unless I'm like really sick or have like a really bad headache or something. 7 is sleeping in for me. So like typically, my first alarm goes off at 6, and then I judge. Do I feel like it?
Yeah.
But at 6:30, I am out of the bed. I'm out of the bed. I'm getting ready for the day. I wash my face, brush my teeth. I take showers the night before. So, because if I don't, it's like a 2-hour shower. So, like I have really long showers because I have a whole skincare routine and everything that I do. You know, self-care is very important to me because of my
Do you ever
health.
like pray in the shower too?
It really just depends how I am, what I'm doing emotionally. I listen to a lot of music and like podcasts and like things in the shower.
Yeah. Probably Christy's like, that's her roommate. She's probably like, Alysha.
She puts her headphones in. Yeah, I have to like I like a lot of horror things also. So sometimes I'm like listening to movie reviews and like because I'm still really big in wanting to eventually do gaming. I'll listen to like people who work in like AFX who are reviewing like different graphics and CGI and things.
Wow.
But a lot of it does deal with horror because
I could not do that.
So I am aware.
Please help me with this.
Yeah, I'm aware of like I have a roommate who is very sensitive to things like that. So I'll keep it a headphone in the morning. And plus she has her own way she does her quiet time and I don't want to disrupt it. So I do have headphones on in the morning.
Okay.
But like around between like 6 to like 7:30, 7:45, I'll have my quiet time.
Yeah.
I try my best to put my phone away. I put it just away from me, and I will read my Bible. I'll read like a charge or something, whatever I'm studying out in my own heart. If I'm reading a book, I'll read a chapter of a book, but not like any book. It's not like fantasy.
Right,
no, it's like a specific spiritual book.
And you actually have like you're like, okay, who wants to like look at this book now?
Yeah.
And then I'm like, you already read through that? I thought you just got that book.
Right. Well, it helps because I actually set time aside to do it. So yeah, that's a part of my quiet time, and that kind of is what I spend with God. And then around like 7:30, 7:45, I cook breakfast because I am on a lot of different medicines for my health. Yeah. So I make sure I eat. Thankfully, my work schedule changed, so I work at 9, so I have enough time to like get up and take a walk.
Yeah.
And sometimes when I walk, I'll listen to like some type of Christian music, or I'll pray. I'll do like an additional prayer or something as needed.
And you work from home, or you have to go?
Yeah. So most of the times I do work from home. There are times, so I am an enrollment specialist for a nursing program. So a lot of that doesn't really require me to be on campus, but I am on campus for like tours, orientation, open houses, things like that. So it's kind of like, I do work from home unless they call me to be, and I'm the only one in this location. So it's just me to go up there.
But you're like, I already have done this before of like, you know, like being the one person and then having that to roll.
Yeah. And so that's how I take my time during the day. And then at night, of course, I'll take time, like I block off time for a shower. And after that, I'll unwind, I'll pray. Make sure I always pray before I go to bed.
That's so
Especially,
important. I've been
yeah,
doing that for I don't even know how long.
it helps.
Ever since I lost my first dog, I was like, I've been praying every time I go to bed. It's
I'm
like,
telling
wow.
you, it kind of sets the mood and the tone for where your mind is when you
Yeah.
sleep.
Yes.
Um, and I used to have like night terrors and stuff like
Mm,
that. So prayer really like helped me go get through
yeah.
it, because it's like you can't really fight it if you're paralyzed. So what can you
Oh my
do?
goodness,
You can
yes.
pray.
Yeah, exactly.
um,
I sometimes have like sleep paralysis, and so I'm like, I definitely like start praying
hmm
a ton because I'm like, you can't move your body. Like,
Yeah,
all you have is your mind. And so it's like, okay, God, like, I don't know what this is right now. Please take over.
yeah,
Whatever's in my room, like, knock it out
right,
in Jesus'
right.
name.
Amen. Right.
It doesn't belong here.
Or like, even though I like scary movies, I still get nightmares. So then I have like a
That's what I
very
said. I'm
specific
like,
prayer.
why you watch that?
I think a part of it's just like it's a release of endorphins and
Yeah.
adrenaline, so it helps to reduce like stress and anxiety. Plus,
Mhm.
it kind of also tells you what not to do in those situations. Because why would you do that if you know
See,
not to
I
do
just
it?
can't. I'd be too paranoid. I'd be like, is that person like not watching me? No.
Yeah, but then my prayers are very specific because I start
Yeah.
listing things that monsters can come out of. God, please, like, send angels in my closet, under my bed, in my corner, in that corner over there that looks really shady, that
Oh
looks like
my
a
goodness.
person, in this door, in the bathroom, in the kitchen,
Yeah.
and I literally just start listing every single possible
Mm.
scenario where something could happen.
Yeah, the
Then next thing I
nooks
know,
and
I'm
the
asleep.
crannies, as Keon always says.
Right. But then I know, like, if I ask, God will provide if it's,
Yeah.
spiritual. So I know
Right.
if I ask for an angel to be there, he gonna be there. What am
Oh
I to
yeah.
worry about?
Exactly.
Plus, God is everywhere. So if he ain't gonna miss nothing, he might just shake his head at me because he's probably already saying, Alysha, I already got this covered.
Yeah.
But it just helps me to
No, I don't
ask.
think he's shaking his head. I think he's like, "Let's go." Like, thank you for calling on me. Let's
Right.
go.
Right. Thanks
I'm
for double
ready.
checking, though you don't need to.
I'm ready for this.
Right.
I know that we're almost like out of time,
Yes.
but I this has been a huge question.
Okay.
So if you could go back in time to see yourself, your younger self, and maybe in that place too where it was really dark, what would you say to her?
Spiritually or financially or in the world, because like if
Spiritually.
it's spiritually, that's different, because if it wasn't, because I was born in the 90s, I would have been like, stock in Apple, please, stock in Apple, you need that money, you
Oh
need
my
that money.
goodness.
I don't care how you do it, go get a goober life insurance. Convince your mom.
Then you'd be like, I don't know what you're talking about, but sure.
But spiritually, um I think I was in those situations for a reason, and I think purposely, even though they were very dark and everything, that I had to be in them to be who I am
Mm,
today. So I don't know if I would really change anything, because I wouldn't be who I am, and I'm still very much learning who I
yeah.
am and my relationship with God. um so what would I say to them? Encouragement, because I was very angry as
Mm.
well. So I don't know if I would really listen to
Oh.
myself.
Even though you would be like, yeah, I know that you are
You'd be
me.
like, "Who are you?" But I think the biggest thing I would do is just give them encouragement. And there's always this one thing I sometimes I say to myself, especially when I'm down, that was said on the help, like, you're beautiful,
Mm,
you're courageous, you're important.
yeah.
And so just telling myself that to help myself just continue moving forward, I think I'll probably do that a lot more often.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and be wary of some of the people I put in my life.
Mm. Yes.
But
Yes.
again, even with that, I don't know if I would necessarily change the circumstances I was in, because they've all built the character that I have today
Mm-hmm.
in God and in myself. So
Yeah, it's become stronger too
yeah,
in
I
that.
might not be the
Yeah.
same Alysha, so I might not be as dedicated, as nice, as
Mm.
open, as who knows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Thank you for sharing about that. And thank you for sharing about your testimony and just coming on here too to represent the
Yeah.
cyber
Of
ministry.
course.
I actually had one more question because
Mhm.
I know for me, I'm going into this, this lingo where I'm like, yeah, I want to. And then I don't know, I'm kind of in and out of like trying to join cyber because I'm like, is this doable? And I want to be giving my 100% effort. But what would you say to someone like myself that wants to get into the cyber ministry in their church?
Mm. your 100 and my 100 are two different things. So please do not be.
Okay.
I want to be like absolutely not. I don't think what I do is sustainable most of the day.
Oh my goodness.
No, what I would tell somebody who's just looking into cyber, yes, it is a time dedication. However, it is what you are going to dedicate, because at the end of the day, this is a ministry, but it's your relationship with God, right? So as much time as you would dedicate in somebody else's ministry, you should dedicate that same passion to this. It's not a sidebar just because people don't see it, but to understand that your impact is global.
Wow.
Now, the pressure of that is different because not everybody wants to do everything.
Yeah.
Cyber encompasses digital media.
Right.
That is defined by many different avenues. It's a medium. A medium has multiple different avenues. Right. So if someone is afraid, they don't think they have the talent for it, well, God doesn't call those who are qualified. He qualified those who are called.
Yeah.
So I didn't come in, I had the educational background, but I didn't come in knowing everything. I stumbled a lot and messed up a lot to get to where I am. So trying to compare to who I am now to where you are now, it's not great thing to do. It's something to look forward to eventually becoming, but not something someone's going to become immediately. Yeah. And that's, you are you, and God made you and your talent specifically for you. So if you come into cyber, one, it's trial by fire. You will be, because we are Levites. We are the ones that hold up the tabernacle for God to help sustain worship. So one, do know that outside of song leaders who are just as under fire as we are when it comes to this. But two, you start off small. It's a mustard seed that grows into a large faith. Right. And that mustard seed is small. So start with one thing. What can you do? I like taking pictures. Okay, great.
You're speaking to me. Yes.
I am. And everyone else.
Is that why you just say an example?
And everyone else. Or I like making flyers. Okay, great. Then focus on that. And then once you get stability in that and a constance in that and understanding that, then add something. You don't just go, hey, I got a bag that's half built, throw all the stuff in the bag. It's going to overfill. But hey, I have this bag that's being built. I can fit one thing in it right now. Now do good in that one thing. When you have a job and you start a job, you're not good at everything. You're trained. Wow. Yeah, exactly. It's the same in ministry. You are trained. You learn time management. You learn balance. You learn responsibility. We're not asking you to come in with already knowing it. It's great if you do know it, because you should as an adult. That's something you should be learning. But not everybody comes in ready like that. And so this helps them do it, but then you got to want to do it. Right. And actually have the effort to do it. Because we can guide you, because it's a ministry. At the end of the day, it's still a ministry. We can disciple you and we can guide you in how to do these things. But if you're not doing them, there's nothing I can do. I'm not your mom.
Because then you're just kind of stagnant.
Right. You're stuck. You're going to keep doing the same, messing up the same way, expecting a different thing when it's not going to happen. Yeah, it's like, I'm going to still, like, if my pizza only takes 15 minutes to cook, but I'm waiting 20 minutes and I'm wondering why my pizza is burnt. Yeah. And I do that every single time. Now I'm mad at the pizza because the pizza ain't right, when actually you need to change your method. Okay. And how you do it. Yeah. So when it comes to someone coming into cyber, people have a lot of expectations. Don't come in with them. Or if you do, come in on just understanding that it's fluid. And we're not asking you to know all of these things. You're not going to know them. And I'm not going to be disappointed if you don't.
So like having a teachable heart.
Exactly.
Okay.
Having it, but also having a humble heart.
Because like if you do mess up, then it's not like, forget this, you didn't teach me right. It's like,
I messed up. Yes. I can take the criticism. Okay, how can I fix it?
And just so you know, I'm probably gonna mess up because like I don't know.
And that's fine.
That's why I'm always showing back. And I don't even know how to tell. I'm just like, what is this?
And just communicate. Yeah. Now this is something you apply to real life, but communication. How am I supposed to know you need help if you're not telling me?
Right. Yes, that's with everything.
I can't assume
my
anything. I try
goodness.
not to.
Yeah.
I really do. I fall short a lot and I don't communicate well with a lot of things, and I try my best to do it. No one's perfect, but communicate and talk
Mhm.
about it and tell me your fears. I am a cyber ministry leader, but I'm not going to kill you or be a
Please
like
don't,
you
yeah.
like you're not going to get fired. Oh, you're excommunicated from
Yeah,
the church
right.
for like no, what?
Yeah.
What? Why?
And if they do that, I'd be like, what church are you at right now?
You need to see if the doctrine is proper.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Talk about
it's
that.
just talk and come with an eager heart
Yeah.
and humility to learn.
Well, thank you for that. Yay.
And not just you, but anyone. Anyone who wants to join
Yes.
cyber, you're welcome to join. You're
Yeah.
welcome to see if this is something God is really calling you to do.
Yeah.
Because God calls everyone to do
Mhm.
something.
Yes, and that's even with the scripture that I read. Like, he gives us gifts for a reason, so that
Mhm.
we can, use what we have been given for the people, so we can bring them back to God.
Yeah, and there are
So-
different phases in people's life.
Yeah.
Like maybe one day they are not ready for cyber, but maybe
Mm.
a little bit later in their
Yeah.
walk with God, they could be.
Right.
Or they are ready for cyber now, but their life is pointing in a different direction, so they need to step back to see what God is saying to them now.
Exactly.
That's we've had plenty of people do that.
Yeah.
Yep.
There you go. Well, thank you again, Alysha, for joining this Talk About It episode about cyber. And I hope that you guys have a lot of knowledge now walking out of
Nuggets.
Yes, yeah, nuggets, the little nuggets. And so we're signing off, and don't forget to talk about it. Talk about it with your friends, your family, your cats, your dogs, I don't know, your mom and your dad, or just the cyber team. Be
Yes.
like, hey,
reach out to us.
Yes.
Message us. I'll respond.
Yes, yeah, you actually do.
I
I
do.
text you and you're like, wow. Yeah. But anyways, please don't forget to like and subscribe at the bottom. It really does help this page, and so that other people can see what this is all about. So yes, goodbye.
Janet.